So guys, this is our first stop off. We actually have to cross 4 borders apparently, but this is the first border cross. We just stopped off at a cafe, so I'm actually in Bosnia, and then we cross back into Croatia to cross back into Bosnia or something like that. So very nice. So we've arrived at one of Bosnia's main tourist destinations for religious people. It's Medjugorje, and here in, I think it was 1981, a bunch of kids up in one of the hills witnessed the vision of Mary. And they came down and they informed their local priest at the local church, which is behind me. And that priest passed that news on to other priests around the area, and so on. The word got spread around, and I think the priest, he was actually arrested for beginning these stories about the kids seeing Mary appear. And he was arrested for a couple of months. Since then, there were other stories of other people witnessing the same sight of Mary, and ever since then, it's been a holy place for Catholic people and to come visit and pray. So the site itself, though, is on top of a hill that's about an hour's climb. But they have, but we have at the church, at the front door of the church, apparently is a replica of the statue of Mary that they have up on top of the hill. And
Lord, hear us. Lord, these are our prayers. We ask you to hear us. We offer them to you in unity with prayers of all the present Christ our Lord. Amen.
so I'm really surprised out here in Bosnia that I was just in the church there behind me, and there was a mass going on, and it was like I was back in Ireland on any Sunday mass. The priest was Irish, by the sounds of it. The people going up onto the altar were Irish. So all the way out here in Medjugorje, people's faith, especially the Irish Catholics, are drawn here. And I'm going to go over to the statue now. That's a replica of the one that's up on top of the hill where the children had seen Mary. So what's kind of surprising for such a holy place is the amount of souvenir shops and restaurants that have all built around this story of the kids that saw the vision of Mary on the hill. So I mean, if you look just outside of behind me, there's so many souvenir shops and restaurants for all those Catholic believers who have money.
It's a Franciscan church and originally was built in 1866. In that time we were under Ottoman rule. Ottomans, they were Muslims, but also they allowed other religions to exist in the same time. And Sultan Abdulaziz was in power and he gave them land and money to build a church, and it was much more smaller than this one now. And then the church was destroyed in every war. In First World War, then rebuilt it. In Second World War, rebuilt it. And I'm sure you have heard that we had also a very recently war here, which started in year 1992 and it was going on for 4 years. So the church was completely destroyed again. And then a much more bigger complex erected in year 2000. So the bell tower is 107 meters high and it's the highest tower in the whole city. And later, if you want, in your free time, you can visit the bell tower. There is an elevator inside and it will take you all the way up. So from the bell tower, you can see whole city, and entrance for that is €3 usually. Also, down there. Here in our country, we had a period of Bosnian church. Then Bosnia and Herzegovina, our country was conquered by Ottomans in 1468, and we were under Ottoman rule for more than 400 years until year 1878. That's when Austro-Hungarians came here, and we were under Austro-Hungarian rule until First World War. And I can say that we are guilty for the First World War, because Emperor of Austro-Hungary, Prince Franz Ferdinand, was assassinated in our capital city Sarajevo, and he was assassinated by Bosnian men, and that was trigger for First World War, right? So after First World War, we were part of newly created country, Kingdom of Slovenes, Croats and Serbs, till Second World War, and after Second World War, we were part of newly created country Yugoslavia. Until year 1992. That's the year when we got our independence, and also that's the year when war started, which was going on for 4 years. So when Ottomans conquered Bosnia and Herzegovina in 1468, they came here in the Mostar, and in that time there were like 20 houses on both banks of this river, and the name of this river is Neretva River. So in that time, local residents, they had just a small wooden bridge. So when Ottomans came here, also more people came with them, and the wooden bridge was not enough anymore. And that's when local people decided to ask Sultan for permission to build a much more bigger, stronger bridge. So in that time, Sultan Suleiman was in power. So he sent us money, and he sent us his architect to build us the bridge. The name of the architect was Mimar Hayrudin, and Mimar Hayrudin was a student of famous Ottoman architect called Mimar Sinan. Mimar Sinan was also called Michelangelo of Ottoman Empire. He was the architect of the Blue Mosque in Istanbul. I'm sure you have heard for that place, right? Okay, so when Mimar Hayrudin came here in Mostar, he spent 6 years just thinking how to build a bridge. That's on our language, and it means copper maker, brass maker, so that's how the street got its name, which means if you are going to buy some souvenirs, buy something made out of copper. That's how the street got its name. Yeah.
guys, I'm just in the town of Mostar. I did a tour across the famous bridge of Mostar, and it's a fantastic town to visit if you're going here, and it has great history and sad history to see that the bridge was blown up in 1993 in the Bosnian War. You had Croatia attacking from one side and Serbia attacking from the other side. And a bridge that stood there for 500 years is just blown away. So in the meantime, they have rebuilt the bridge using the stone that actually, the original stones that fell into the river below. And it's just an amazing town.
Hello. I've not been to the.
Okay, so we are now in the center of Podgorica, and on your right side you can see Saha Tower. In the middle is a mosque, around small Ottoman houses, and on your left side in this hill you can see a Raven Tower, a place where you can climb up and make a wish. If you want to go up,